Hey, what's going on YouTube? So, I just wanted to do a quick review on a recent purchase that I made here, and wanted to kind of let you guys know, if you're watching this video, probably three reasons. One, you like guns and you just killing some time and you want to see some guns. Second thing is, you have the gun and you just want to kind of hear what somebody else has to say about it. Or the third thing, which I don't think there's enough reviews on this particular gun, that's why I decided to do it, is that you wanted to make sure that, hey, I'm on the market for a shotgun that's a home defense gun, and I want to weigh my options. I want to know what's out there, what's available, right, to me. Okay, so that's what this video is about. So I apologize about the lighting in this room. My son's in the other room sleeping. Normally I would do this review in my kitchen or on my dining room table, but because he's sleeping and I tend to talk a little loud, I wanted to be on the back side of my house. So the lighting here is not that good, so I apologize. Alright, so without further ado, the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is do a weapon inspection, right? Make sure that the weapon is clear. Safety first, all the time. The gun is on safety. Safety is checked. Okay, we're going to go ahead and clear it, make sure we're good to go, right? So as you can see, there's nothing inside here. There's nothing inside the magazine tube, and there's nothing inside my barrel. I always do a physical check just to make sure too. If you're having extraction problems, you don't want to have that issue. Think there's there's nothing in the gun when in fact there's a live round in there. You go to rack the gun, go to dry fire, and you blow a hole in your door, your house. In absolute worst case scenario, you hurt somebody or yourself. Okay. Biggest thing is you always want to respect the weapon. It is a weapon. It's not a toy. Okay, guys, girls, little kids who are watching. Okay, these are dummy rounds that I made. Pretty cool thing. You can buy these snap caps. I have all of them. I have a bunch of them for all my different guns, and I saw a video on how to make your own snap caps, and I thought it was pretty cool because these guys can get kind of expensive. If you guys have snap caps, you know exactly what I'm talking about, unless you got a still or deal, but chances are you probably have some bad ones if they're really cheap. So I have a couple for my 45 ACP, and after practicing using, loading, unloading, dry firing, they have gotten worn out pretty bad. So I opted to try to follow the video and make my own. So I'll go ahead and give you a brief description of what this is. So it's just basically an empty shell. When I went to the gun range, shot them off. I picked up a few of them, took them home. I sanded it, not sanded, but I cut it down to make it flush so it's the same size. You know how shotguns, birdshot and stuff, it's pushed in so you got the wad up there. So you just trim it around, take your primer out, knock it out with a punch. Okay, so it's an empty round. Then what I turn around and do is take a hot glue gun, fill this guy up here. Okay, make sure it's all nice and bubbly and it's solid. Let it dry, then you go ahead and trim it. Took a flat blade, cut it right off. Inside, I filled these guys. These are weighted. I filled this one, actually this set I filled in salt. So used up salt, filled it a little bit more than halfway. I'll probably say right about there. Right about there. With salt, sealed it up, then I turn around and poured a ton of hot glue in there. So it gives me the weight. I can reuse the hell out of them. And if my firing pin ends up damaging, sorry, I'm trying to get this in there. If it ends up damaging this guy, I can simply just pop it out, fill it up with some new glue, boom, brand new cap. I have the brass. Brass, as you can see, is still pretty good, right? So for $10, I can make unlimited snap caps for me, my brother, buddies, whatever the case is, at a fraction of the cost. And I can use the hell out of them. So that's pretty much that. And if you want some more information about that, you can definitely drop me a line on the comment section below, and we'll talk a little bit more about them. Or maybe I'll make a video of one showing you. There are other videos that you can look at too that are pretty cool. So these are dead rounds. Okay, so we did the weapon inspection. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this gun. So one of the things that I wanted to do when I came out on the market last year was I wanted, I say last year, it's only a couple of months ago. I bought this gun in December 31st of 2013, 20 minutes before California changed a bunch of new gun laws that they have in place now, which we won't get into. But so I went ahead and made the purchase. But before I made the purchase, I wanted a home defense shotgun. So I did a lot of research. And it basically boiled down to three things. And the one thing that kind of set the tone for me was comfort. I took a look at a couple of Winchesters, the SXP one. I think it's SXP or SSP or something like that. It's a dual purpose by definition shotgun. Comes with an 18.5-inch tactical barrel. Tactical being the length, okay? And it also came with an additional barrel. I think it's a 24 or 26. I could be wrong on the size. If you're interested in that gun, I'd probably take a look. I just know it came with two different barrels. Okay, it doesn't come with a pistol grip. It's traditional rifle stock, traditional shotgun stock, and it's a pump action. Okay, I picked it up. Feels good. Felt pretty nice. Sights felt good. They were beaded. I can't really say anything about the gun that I absolutely loved. I can tell you one thing that I didn't really care about on that particular gun. It was the inertia driven that they have for the bolt. It uses the force that when your round is ejected to kind of get you already halfway cocked, so to speak, so that way you don't have to do a full pump to get a new round in. It's half that, so you just a shorter pump. So target practicing when you're doing skeet or follow up on a shot, it's much faster. Okay, well, you know, for a pump, I mean, you're probably talking a couple of milliseconds. Is it really going to matter much? Probably not. If you're doing competition, it might. But again, it's my purpose is home defense, so it wouldn't have done me any good. But again, I did want a dual purpose shotgun, and I'll talk a little bit more about why I ended up going with this one, because this one could be changed into a dual purpose shotgun. You're just going to spend quite a bit more money. So going through all the different ones: Remington, Winchester, Mossberg. My brother has a Mossberg, a 500. Great shotgun. I'm not knocking it. I just when I fired it and I held it, felt okay. It didn't scream anything at me. The Remington 870, same thing. Just really, you know, it's a shotgun. Okay, whatever. I went into the store, local gun shop here in town. They had this model as well as the pistol, the non-pistol grip one, the one that's traditional stock. It's the comfort stock. And I asked, I said, hey, can I take a look at that gun? So the first one he gave me was the Supernova without the pistol grip. Grabbed it, and it felt good. I like the pump. I like the pump action on this one. It feels really good. It feels smooth. You know, the weight of the gun, it felt really nice. It's well balanced. It feels balanced to me. And again, it's because it's me. I'm the driver, so to speak. I am the operator. I want a gun that I'm comfortable with. This gun I was comfortable with. It felt really good. Now they have it in 3 different formats, I believe. One is you can get the pistol grip with the ghost sights. So ghost sights here. Those are ghost sights. Front blades. So much like a rifle. You can get it with the regular stock. You can get it with the pistol grip. This particular model, you can also get the beaded. So if you just wanted the beads in there, you could definitely go that route as well. If I had the opportunity to go back and redo this purchase, that would be the only thing I probably would redo. Is as cool as the ghost sights are, it's really not practical, at least in my applications. Because a couple of different things is that with this particular one, I've added this side saddle, and this is a Mesa Tactical side saddle. Okay, it does have integrated Picatinny rail. Okay, as you can see, it gives you 6 inches direct bolt on, which is awesome, phenomenal. Thumbs up for Mesa Tactical for that one too, right? So use 4 Allens, locks into place. I use some Loctite, and she is 100% solid. It gives you 6 additional rounds here, and it gives you the Picatinny. So in that particular case, if I knew that ahead of time, I would have ended up probably just getting the beaded sights with the pistol grip, because this now gives me the option to add optics, whether that's a red dot, a halo, whatever, backup iron sights, I don't care, right? It gives you the option. Okay, so that would be the only thing that I would have to say. Going back, rewinding time, would have went with just the plain beaded sights. But it doesn't really matter. I still love this gun. So we talked about the first thing is comfort. absolutely 100% comfortable with the gun. Felt good, loved it. Fluid, whole 9 yards. I don't have, I'm not a short guy. Some guys like the shorter pump action, you know, so if you got really short arms, you know, like a little mini-me, you can do it. Okay, I myself, I like to grab my shotgun from the front. So it's got these little grooves here. It's completely 100% grooved all the way through, so you don't have to worry about ever losing traction on this guy. If you're wearing gloves, even better, right? So it works out for me because this little nook here, I hold my gun like this. I'm never gonna have a problem racking my pump. So that was number one. Second thing that I absolutely loved about this particular shotgun is it chambers all 3 rounds, guys. Okay, now some of you guys watching this video are probably like, well, what the hell? You're not going to use all 3 rounds if you're doing it for home defense. Well, it's just like you buying a car. Why would you buy a car with leather, AC, sunroof, the whole 9 yards? Because you want the options, right? I wanted options. This guy gave me the options that I liked. I can chamber 2 3/4. I can put a 3-inch. I can do 3.5-inch. I can shoot bird. I can shoot buckshot. I can shoot slugs. It gives me the whole gambit of different shotgun rounds for 12 gauges that I can use on this gun. Okay, talk about options. Hey, there you go. What better option? Say zombie apocalypse happens. Me and my brother are walking down the street, and we find a guy who's dead, and he happens to have shotgun ammo. So, well, guess what? He's only got 3.5-inch slugs in there. Oh, sorry, bro. Looks like you're not getting any ammo from this guy. I'm the only one that can use them. I mean, I'm sure you could probably chamber, 3.5, but if the barrel's not rated for that type of pressure, probably wouldn't be a good idea to do. So, I mean, that's just me. I would never chamber a bullet that the gun doesn't say it can't handle, right? So, that was the second thing. So, chambers all 3. The other thing that really kind of sold me on it, and it's the reason why I have these out here, my dummy rounds again, is because on the fly, I can change out rounds. Okay? Now what do you mean by change out rounds, right? Okay, well, let's say you're walking down a dirt beat path, right? Say you're out there hunting. And for all intents and purposes, I'm going to use this analogy because for law enforcement, I could use tons of different analogies, and I'll go over that with you in just a second. But we're going to use practicality. So let's just say I'm hunting, right? Let's say I'm out there hunting with birdshot. Here in California, we have 3 different bears. We have brown bears, which get pretty big. We have black bears, and then we have some goalies, right? So out of all the bears that we have here, I think the brown bear would be the one that I'd be most afraid of, okay? They don't get as big as a grizzly, but they're still not very pleasant, especially if they're in the season, they got cubs. Not a very pretty sight, okay? So in any event, let's just say for the sake of argument, I'm walking down, I'm hunting birds. So in California, if you're hunting with a gun or a rifle or anything like that, you can only carry 3 rounds, guys. So you got 2 in your mag well here, and then you got 1 in the chamber, right? Now, say I'm hunting, and I have my dead round, okay? I'm going to put my slugs here. So I got slugs, all 6 slugs, right? Now this right here is my other dummy round, as you can see. But we're going to say that this dummy round is my bird shot, okay? So I got my bird shot in there, right? So I wouldn't put my life in the hands of birdshot coming across a 500-pound brown bear. That's just me. If you say, absolutely, hell yeah, I would, then you're a fool and an idiot. I wouldn't, okay? Because it may deter the bear from attacking you if it gets hit, in a pretty vital spot, say an eye. But, if you're rushing and this bear's charging you, are you really going to hold off, to the very last second until he's within 10 feet of you to shoot him in the face? I mean, I'm not, So, yeah. So let's just say I'm walking. So I got my bird shot in here, and I got my slugs here. Happen to take a piss, and I come around the corner, and there's a nice little brown bear chilling 50 yards from me. He sees me, and it just so happens I was eating beef jerky. So I smell like a big-ass, giant beef jerky treat to this guy, right? He comes charging at me like, oh, I want some fucking bacon. Well, I'm not going to sit there and have a bear conversation with this guy and say, hey man, this is just my beef jerky. You want some? No, I'm not going to do that. Hell no. So what I'm going to turn around and do is I'm going to use this gun and I'm going to show him what the fuck beef jerky is about, right? I'm going to make beef jerky out of his ass. So what this button does is pretty cool. So as you can see here, I'm going to rack the slide here. So this is my pump release, and I'm going to push this button. So when I push that button, you heard the click, okay? I can slide it back. It locks the magazine tube. So that basically says, hey mag, whatever's in you, I don't want out. Okay, I'm basically telling the gun, I don't want what's in my tube, because I have a big gigantic brown bear chasing me and I want to slap a slug in. Now, on the fly, I have a 1-ounce slug waiting for this bear. Now, do I put my hands in a slug versus a birdshot? Absolutely. Every day ending in Y, right? So, he's within 20-30 yards of me. Boom, fire off the first round, right? Bear still coming at me. We're gonna go ahead and show you. So I hit my button, pop it out. I'm gonna reach up here, grab my other one, okay? My other slug, pop it in the tube. Boom, guess what? Hello, Mr. Bear. Bam, shoot him again, right? I still have 4 more shots to go through. Do I want to go through all 4 of those shots? Probably not. I hope not. I hope usually after the first one he'll stop, but if I have to take out another 2 or 3, then so be it. But I guarantee you that night I will not be beef jerky. He will be, right? So I'm going to go ahead and clear this gun. Okay, there's the first round. As you can see, the other round just popped out, right? And load it up, and we're good to go. We'll go ahead and clear this round too, okay? So that is the reason why I went with this gun. Overall, I think it is an awesome gun. Across the board, I give it, thumbs up. I mean, you really cannot go wrong with this weapon. It is made out of 100% polymer throughout most of it. In the receiver portion, it has a metal skeleton through it, so to speak. So it's not completely 100%. There is a bunch of metal inside here in the receiver, but for the most part, the gun is primarily made of polymer. Minus your barrel and the inner mechanics of the gun. Okay, it's fairly lightweight. I think it's right around 8 pounds. Trigger pull's right around 9 to 10 pounds. It's got the rotating bolt head, which is supposed to be pretty good. I've never had any issues with it. I think it's a great gun. So for those guys out there that are looking to purchase a shotgun for home defense, I definitely give you guys full 100% go ahead with this gun. It is a phenomenal shotgun. I've seen videos of people having feeding issues. I can't say that I've had any with them. I mean, like all guns, if you take care of the gun, you should be good to go. You might have a bad apple or 2 here and there, but for the most part, take care of your weapon, you should be good to go. So I think that's about it, guys. If you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment box. When I get a chance, I'll drop you a line. If you want to know more about this, I could tell you, or if you just do some YouTube videos about dry snap caps, homemade snap caps for shotguns. There's a ton of tutorials for those. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them. But I think this is the best thing. Glue gun will run you $10. Pack of 10 glue sticks, $2-3, and you're good to go. If you have a couple of shells lying around, trim them up, make them fit, and you got unlimited supply of dry snaps. So again, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Feel free to leave me any questions or comments below, and yeah, take care, and you guys remember, be safe out there. Practice and be safe with all your weapons. They're not a toy. I don't have to go over and tell you guys that. I'm not your dad or your parent or your guardian, but please be careful out there, guys, and yeah, take care.